share some of the stories from tour.
There was this one time when Socrates was on top of the van, and we were driving. We were trying to get from Atlanta, Georgia, to Athens, and Socrates was, I think, in the process of projectile vomiting. As we were driving, it was like 60 miles an hour. It was really dangerous, but you were strapped on with your guitar strap, right? Or something crazy like that. That was a wild night. Like, I barely remember any of it. A lot of people, I mean, I would like to clear the air. I did not have an affair with Christina Ricci, although many people tell me that it happened that night. So, sort of I don't think that happened. But yeah, I don't remember much of the tour. But there were a lot of
among the ranks.
there were a lot of starlets and wild nights. So.
So tell me about the upcoming show at church.
Yeah, so that should be fun. We actually haven't. It's going to be our first show in a couple months. The last show we had was December, right? In December. And so we kind of took like a 2-month hiatus for the holidays and just stuff like that. But our rehearsal space is actually being remodeled as well, so we're getting back into the flow of things. We're trying to add a bunch of new songs at the show, and it should be interesting. Like,
what night is that? So everyone
it's
watching.
It's March 3rd, Wednesday, March 3rd at church.
So is anybody else on the bill, like friends of yours, or?
Yeah.
We have Jeremy Cole Engel, and this band's called Hollow Vixen. They've been practicing really good. They're nice and tight, so that'll be really good. And two other friends.
Is, When Air Turns to Water. Actually, I met them at I met their guitarist at a bar randomly, and we just chatted up, and I checked out their music, and I'm a big fan, and so we asked them if they wanted to be on the bill with us. So.
So people who haven't heard you before, what would you say your musical influences are, or your style?
I think we really have a big sound. It's influenced by a lot of 80s rock, classic rock. It's sort of this like large sound with the drums especially prominent, and also a lot of delay on the guitars and a lot of layering with the different parts. It's also a very rhythmic sound. I think Socrates has a lot of mariachi experience, so he brought a lot of those rhythms to the music. And I think that's sort of the unique twist we bring to the sort of classic rock motifs that we've been working with.
Yeah, I think bands that we definitely look up to musically and just artistically as well, in their careers. Bands like Muse and Radiohead and U2, Pink Floyd. So very big sounding bands, basically. Yeah.
Kind of the psychedelic aspect, or?
Yeah. With a lot more, yeah. But it's definitely somewhat psychedelic. We also, apart from the material we have on our EP and some of the new stuff we do, there's kind of like a jam band element to it as well. Like we do a lot of extended jams, and it's really fun to do. It's nice. Bands like Pink Floyd, that's kind of how they started. A lot of their albums were written as these jams that just turned into long 40-minute songs. So yeah, there's definitely that element.
So are you planning on doing another tour soon, seeing as how the Christina Ricci thing may not have happened?
Hopefully this summer. It takes a lot of work to put it together, and we're an indie band, so we kind of do everything ourselves. But we definitely have to do it. At least we'd like to go down south and do a regional, East Coast tour. And at this point, it'd be nice to do an East Coast tour regionally, and then maybe go all the way out to Chicago. But a cross-country tour is a lot of work, and you don't play as much as you think. Basically, you're on the road all the time. The only time you play is when you're doing the shows, so you're not rehearsing.
Right.
It's just you're playing 40 minutes every 2 or 3 days, and that's it. So it's a little it's kind of eye-opening. Yeah.
So what can you say about your EP for somebody who hasn't heard it yet?
It's a wonderful sound. You'll hear it, and you'll get this feeling right in the back of your head, right in the top, and it goes down right through your spine. And it's really nice. You have a big orchestrate sound, and it's nice and rhythmic, and it's everything at once, but small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. So
I think Sock did a good job of choosing songs for the EP that really show the variation between our sounds. Yet there is a unifying theme and like a clearly defined Moniker sound in there. So I think it's actually a really well-made EP. So we have Sock to thank for that.
There was a lot of material to choose from. A lot of the stuff when we were on tour, we had a pretty big set, and then so after the tour we started choosing the songs for the EP. And, finding a coherent theme was pretty important, but it took a while to get there. We kind of had to find one song and latch around it, which was When July Comes. After that song came together, everything was just kind of fit around it.
Nice theme, I guess,
Yeah.
to build around.
Yeah, definitely.
So how long had you been playing together before the tour and the EP?
Well, I mean, I met Ben's brother, Nate, who's also in the band, 5 years ago. I've known him for a long time. We went to school together. And so we were actually in a band together in college, undergrad. The train, there it is. But yeah, so I met his brother back then. I mean, I've known Ben since he was 14. So it's actually it's really cool to play with him now. Man.
I used to go to Sock's shows when he was playing with my brother when they were in a band in college, and it was always an aspiration of mine to play in that band. So this is about as close as I can get now, and I'm definitely enjoying it. So
yeah, everything he says, it's been a great time. I agree.
Well, any closing remarks that you guys want to shout out for or promote?
Other than the church show, we play here in Wadzilla Mansion. That's what this is called, this establishment. And TT's, yeah, at the end of the month, March.
It's March 23rd. I think it's a Monday night, and I've been wanting to play there for years, for a long time. So it'll be the first time we play there. Pretty psyched about it. A lot of my favorite bands have played there on their way up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Arcade Fire. I remember they had a big show there right before they blew up, and we're not gonna blow up, but whatever.
You never know.
if you like what you hear during this show, check out myspace.com/whatsyourmoniker. And don't take our word for it, but if you like the music, come to the shows.
I hope to see you on March 2nd and possibly at
March
TT's. Oh, March 3rd. So thanks so much for stopping and having a chit chat with us, and good luck to you.